Hello, today we're talking about some of the big news around the world, and the most important news now has to do with the Russia-Ukrainian war, and it's a big one, and it's also affecting a lot of people around the world, notably Nigerians. And I'll say this because over the years, Nigerian education sector has been battered, bruised, brutalized to the extent that the education sector in Nigeria is almost non-existent, whether you like it or not. Have you ever visited your alma mater? When did you leave school? Going back in time, you just realize that there's nothing left of your alma mater. And now some people are talking about ASUU. I'll come back to the Ukrainian war. It has a connection. When people talk about ASUU, sometimes people blame the lecturers. And I keep asking the big question, have you ever gone back to your school? Have you seen your lecturers? The man, the woman who taught you in that university? Have you gone back to see his lifestyle? Hey, come on, you just don't want to be a lecturer. And that's just the honest truth. So when the lecturers keep going back and forth, whether strike or not, it's the least they can do. Now, COVID came, our ivory towers, that's our universities, were meant to be research institutes. A lot of these universities, not one was able to actually, proffer solutions, bring ideas, have a discourse, and let the country know the way forward, because that sector has been killed. We do not invest in research, and it went down. Poof. Now, bring the Ukrainian-Russian issue. It might also interest you to know that a lot of Nigerians, people I know, people you know, a lot of Nigerians, especially those who are, studying medicine, are in Ukraine. Why is this? It is because the Nigerian education sector has gone. Yes. And these people are caught in a war that doesn't concern them. And now Nigeria is trying to move and see how they can evacuate. Yes, thanks enough that the madam in charge of Nigerians living in diaspora, Abike Dabiri, has spoken, and she's giving, an idea of what the government of Nigeria is doing. That there are 8 borders bordering, Poland and Ukraine, but Nigeria has been able to identify 4 that they can use to evacuate these people. My team and I, we actually spoke to some of these people, some of these Nigerians who are stranded in one of the borders between Poland and Ukraine. Is something that can give you sleepless nights. You could hear the voices of these people, the urgency of these people, how they trek for 3 hours in the cold, in the freezing weather to get to that place. Well, while we hope that Nigerian government can swiftly move and evacuate these people back to safety, the question that should worry every Nigerian is, at what point in time will the country understand the importance of the education sector? Once upon a time, people left other countries to come to Nigeria to seek education the same way Nigerians are in Ukraine, in Russia, in some European countries. So, the government of President Buhari is not to blame. The government of President Jonathan is not to blame. But the governments over the years till this moment all have a blame in the dwindling fortune, in the destruction of our education sector. So who's to fix it? Nigeria. As you move into another election, whether you're a journalist, whether you're a doctor, whoever you are, NGO, civil rights activist, we must start to sensitize the people and let them understand that the leadership recruitment process is fraught. And in changing that, the narrative must change with the young people, understanding what they should do, what they shouldn't do. Do not let people buy your rights to vote, your right to credible leadership, your right, to better amenities, better country. And the only way to do that is if you register to vote. And stop thinking that your vote doesn't count. Think about this. A thief will not break into a home that is empty. You're not empty. And they know that that thing you have in your heart, your voter card, is important. It's not worthless. No one buys or pays for something that is worthless. Pick it up, dust it. This is not campaigning for anyone. You have a candidate. You have a choice. Seek that person who can fix Nigeria. Well, we're looking at some other news, but not now. I'll tell you something. Kano Air Peace brewing. And of course, a whole lot of things happening to the young Nigerian girl child and even the children, to the extent that a lot of states in northern Nigeria have refused to look into the child rights bill and pass this into law. But whatever it is worth, I'd like to hear your views on the Russia-Ukrainian crisis, your views on the Nigerian education sector, your views on what Nigeria is doing to evacuate these great people back to safety, and your views on what we should be doing to protecting the lives of our future, our children. I'll see you again.